is Cheychuu. Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys all doing? I hope you guys had a beautiful, beautiful weekend and you enjoyed like the first step of like the Lion's Gate. Whew, let me tell you, it was crazy. It was, let's just say that the energy shift that happened between Lionsgate, like 8/8 until now, has been like a massive shift. And it's like, I feel totally different from when I last posted till now. So there's just been a lot that's happened. And then like, I guess in tarot, you would say that I had some tower moments and they were interesting, let's just say the least. I just had a lot of like downloads and realizations and things that, that are being revealed slowly over time, because I don't got the answers, all the answers, no one does. Divine does, yes. But again, I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend, or at least did something, went outside. I had a beautiful weekend. It was just very like interesting. I got mad triggered over the weekend, and then I just was like, like it was like a release and stuff, and it was well needed because for me, it's hard for me to get to cry, but when I do cry, it's like the mental breakdown cry. It's like the built up over time, and it's just like, whoa. What we'll be talking about today is the dark night of the soul process. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I was going to talk about the spiritual awakening thing, but then I thought like, maybe I should talk about the dark night of the soul, because I feel like I'm going through it a second time, especially with my divine masculine. And if you're a twin, it's not something to be afraid of, but dark night of the soul is pretty much a process that happens during your awakening. It's like a massive purge, and it's pretty much the divine getting you to realize all the karmic cycles that have gone unnoticed. And I'm sorry if you see a bunch of smoke, that's my sage and my incense. It gets smoky as hell here. Look. But for me, it was extreme, but for each person, it's different. With insomnia, sometimes anxiety, depression can come up out of the surface, especially if you deal with that. Physical pain like joint, back pain, neck pain, headaches, people get migraines and stuff like that. People get like stomach guts, like their solar plexus gets all like, bleh, like people deal with nausea, vomiting, bubble guts and all that other stuff. And then they deal with either no appetite or an extreme appetite. That kind of coincides with the Kundalini awakening. I would say it's more of like the part of the shadow work side, where you are pretty much presenting your shadow self. The divines, how I put it in a funny way, is like they're shining pretty much flashlights or lanterns or light at a corner of your temple, aka your house, your stability, your mind, showing different things that you probably have not noticed that impacted you over time. And it also, there's little karmic things that go unnoticed all the time, each and every day, because it's something that we're comfortable with, and that we're programmed to think that it's normal and that it's okay to do it, think a certain way because of, programming, which is another video I'll go on, like, because programming, it's a big deal, especially in this society. It is shadow work, and honestly, like, there are ways that you can make the process more easier. Like, there's ways that you can go about it that makes the process easier, but really the only way to get over it is to go through it. And I'm like, I wish that I had some quick notch like things to get the ball rolling, and that it's not as extreme. But I'm not gonna stand out here and lie to you, because for my experience, it was kind of extreme. Some people, it's not as extreme as others. Some people can like stay in the dark night of the soul, and they're just, like, for a day or a week or whatever, and they're just like, yeah, no, fuck this, I'm not doing this shit, like, no, I want to be happy, that type of thing. But there's like people like me who were going through this process for years, not realizing that we were going through it, walking around like just ignorant and just confused. And that was during the time where I wish that I did have a mentor or a teacher or someone that did help me, but I did. Like, the divine pretty much is your teacher. Your higher self is your teacher. So the whole time it's pretty much like, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I wasn't ready at that time. So it really is like a release and letting go and going with the flow, and just releasing all those burdens that you have been piling up since childhood. Because yes, things or traumatic things that you may not be aware of, because sometimes we have memory distortion, another thing, but certain things or traumatic things or events that happen, especially in our childhood. That's what we call inner child work or healing, is when you are able to mend that relationship with your inner child and be able to mentor and counsel your inner child as if it was the child of your own. This type of things like trauma really affects you like physically without you realizing, because that's just how the brain works. Like, just, and especially if you've been dealing with like certain mental illnesses for a long time, it's like a habit that has built over time that needs to be broken. Sorry, there was a butterfly that went by. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, pretty much like you are easily triggered. You find yourself very emotional. Your emotions are like a roller coaster during the dark night of the soul. Sometimes people get so extreme. I was the extreme person where I would get suicidal. And if this triggers you to talk about this, I would suggest that you click off right now. But like I said, we need triggers in order to heal ourselves, in order to figure out what's wrong, you know. And avoiding triggers is not going to help you in the long run. Trust me. For me, I was suicidal. I had several attempts. I also was a self-harm person. I had a lot of vomiting and a lot of physical body and ailments that would actually make me go into the hospital. There have been cases where people who are going through the dark night of the soul, they don't realize it. They think something's wrong with them. So then they go into the hospital thinking that they're sick. And then the doctors or whatever, they'll say, okay, well, you're just sick. You have like a normal flu, stomach virus, whatever it may be. But really, yeah, physical ailments and sickness can come about it. But it's not in the way where like you just get sick. It's like purging out any negative energy that may be attached to you that you just can't see. Because really, spirituality is believing what you cannot see, what's underneath the veil, because a lot of people like to are kind of turned off by it, because there's people who are ego mindset who like to think logical. If there's no evidence supporting behind it, then it's not real. No, that's not the case. The dark night of the soul, a lot of people think that they're going crazy, like they're going nuts, like they're losing their mind, and they just can't figure out what's wrong with them. Walk around just thinking that they're broken, that there's something wrong with them. Really, there's nothing wrong with you at all. It's just certain things that are trying to get into your awareness. They're trying to make you aware of what it is that needs healing, that needs some spotlight, that needs like the light flashed onto. Recognize how you feel and let it go, because the more you ignore it, the more you prolong it. Plain and simple. Once you do let go, and you do let go of the burdens, and you do get through that hump, that dark night of the soul, it's just completely different. It's a whole nother experience. Mind you, you never stop growing each and every single day. With the dark night of the soul, it just feels lighter once you're able to just let go and release, and don't be stubborn about it. Because I'm an Aries. Like, I don't like being told what to do, and I'm very stubborn about it and everything like that, and in my ways. And God forbid if someone tells me how to handle and how I'm supposed to do my shit, you know, I would just be like, bleh. Like, no, don't tell me what to do. Such an indigo child. But yeah, I'm not condoning that. Like, it's so easy to get triggered, but really don't, like, especially in Dark Night of the Soul, it's so easy to just pop off on people and to take it out on people wrongfully. That will happen. It will happen, because we all do it. Have bad days and we take it out on someone on accident without realizing it or putting intent into it. But the dark night of the soul, like, you get sleep deprived, insomnia, and all that jazz. But to alleviate, the best that I can tell you is to either exercise, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you stay hydrated with water, good water, healthy food. And if you can't sleep because of the insomnia, I would suggest melatonin or maybe some magnesium, because magnesium, I heard magnesium actually works with insomnia, but I never actually got around to try it. Ooh, they speaking to me in my left ear. Okay, so yeah, magnesium is something that I haven't tried, but I should try. And melatonin, I did try, but I'm a weird case where my insomnia is very, very extreme. But what I mean by like going through it with the twin flame journey, I mean that, like, yes, right now, currently, a lot of the twins or a lot of light workers or people who are waking up in general are going through a dark night of the soul process, and it's pretty much a deep purge. And people think that, oh, I'm depressed, because, you know, that's what happened. Is I checked myself in, and then they got me on psychiatric meds, which they would do, you know. System is that, like, some people actually, it gets so extreme, and I'm not knocking it. If you need to take psych meds, go ahead and take it, because if it works for you, it works for you. It's just I'm not the one for psych meds. Like, I'm not for it. I've been that the route of taking psychiatric medication, It's just not for me. But if it's for you, go for it. You know, if it helps you, so be it. Whatever, you know. I'm not trying to promote any type of toxic like behavior. Doing drugs and then drinking, which is spirits. I'll do a video on what spirits are. But if you drink too much, or if you use like alcohol in order to alleviate or to get you through this process, just let you know that it will prolong it. And you kind of have to go through it. You got to go through it. That's all I got to say. Hang in there. Again, like, what the whole purpose is to learn to transmute these energies into something else. So, like telling a depressed person to get outside and go exercise, or to someone that's anxious, that is someone coming from someone that's been there, like it's a hard thing to try to get that person out of the house first and foremost. But there's no excuses. There's ways around it. Exercise indoors. You can, you know, there's ways around it. But really moving your body, not staying stagnant, because it's so easy to stay stagnant and just want to lay in bed all day. If you are tired and you need to rest, right? But to make sure, try to find ways to transmute it, either through your hobbies, like if you like drawing or painting or art, I don't know, ceramics, clay, people who like exercising, going to the gym, people who like swimming, you know, any type of physical activity. Be aware of what you put into your body, because what you put into your body is what you are. I mean, pretty much like information. Food is information. Keep that in mind. But overall, just hang in there. It's a really hard process. It's rough. Like, the reason why I'm talking about it is because it feels like I'm going through a second dark night of the soul process with my twin right now, because I know and feel him, that he's going through his own awakening and dark night of the soul. And I know how that was, and it's different. I thought I was prepared for this time. So, like, it just threw me off, and I am glad I took this break away from social media or from posting, because I was not in a good energy. Like, I do not want to be posting videos in that type of energy whatsoever. I just want to keep it positive, keep it moving, keep it flowing, keep it great, because I'm just, you know, I'm grateful to like the divine, my spirit guides, my angels, and my ancestors for helping me along this journey, and for allowing me and helping me to gather the energy and courage to be on here to help you guys through that process. So you are not going crazy. Trust me, you feel like you are, but I'm trying to validate right now that you are not going crazy. It's not all in your mind. Like, I know that people get physical symptoms from this and they feel horrible and actual sickness from it, like flu-like symptoms. And it can be so extreme that you just feel like you're just done. You just want to pull the plug. But trust me, don't get into that. Don't, you know, focus on, okay, what is it that I need to heal? If you need to go to therapy, if you need to go to the hospital or get some counseling done, go do it. You know, if you need to talk to someone professional, please go do it. Go seek that help. All right, alarm going off. Sorry. Well, but yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's confirmation. But there, now it's off. All right, I guess that's confirmation. But yeah, I'm wishing you guys nothing but the best. Wherever you guys are, like night, day, wherever you guys may be, please stay strong. Keep pushing, baby. Looking forward. Just, you know, learn to forgive yourself, you know, for anything. And really just, you know, live in the moment, live in the now, appreciate what it is that you have now, and just take each moment at a time, okay? And if you need help, and if you can't find any outside sources of help, just know that divine is listening. Your spirit guides are listening, your angels are listening, whoever that you pray to is listening, and they're there waiting to help you. But remember, they can't help you or intervene unless you verbally ask them to, or you can ask them in your mind, but I would say saying it out loud and actually visually talking to them, they can't, because they're not going to interfere with your life choices. They're not going to interfere with your life without your permission. You have to give permission for them to come in and to help heal. So like saying, hey, my angels or my spirit guides, I'm feeling down. Can you please up my vibration a bit? Can you please help me purge or let go, whatever it is that needs? Can you help me clip out, especially Archangel Michael? Oh, he's the OG. If you say like Archangel Michael, please help me clip out anything that is not serving me. He will do it. He'll come in with that sword and slice a bitch, you know, that's stuff that you don't need. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to eggs, anything that, you know, that they're trying to let you know. I look forward to the full moon that's going to be coming pretty soon on the 15th. Is it the 15th? Yeah, it's the 15th. Oh my god. I'm running out of time. Anywho, see you guys in my next video. Bye. I'm just so poorly prepared.
I was hanging with you and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised when I found out I'd fallen for you. I didn't want to believe my feelings for